yo. Eat 'em up.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's week.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bears backed up to start their initial drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance. Because
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They can't ask for much more than this. They've got it first and goal from the 5. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Mounties have taken the early lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, good move. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Jameis now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the gun, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on 0 first quarter lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Harrison. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 2nd down now, Pritchett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now, Winston. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll run on 1st down. Pritchett. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Pritchett breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First down, Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Second down and goal. Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Mounties are able to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. To throw on second down. Harrison able to hit his target, Lamb.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Pressure comes and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting addled.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Operating from the gun, Harrison. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Harrison, complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is
they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Right back to him on first down. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
115 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. From the red zone now, Winston. The left side throw complete to Adams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Mounties are able to add on to their first half lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Now they got to get to the line quickly. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Harrison.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Harrison.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range down at the 27-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Harrison. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards to the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. Their first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The pass here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the 49ers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Brandon Ayuk, a touchdown reception. From there, we're out to check out another game, and it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Jonathan Taylor, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. In our game has been Jameis Winston, who's been on target in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Got a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A gain of 6 there on first. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Harrison. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun
for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. When you look to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it, give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4.
Mike, check, 59. Set the tone, defense.
Winston now to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Throwing, Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Winston.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On first down, Pritchett, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Jameis to throw it.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Pritchett. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Hands it off out of the gun. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Mounties use the short field to get in for 6.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do